guess we just dive straight into the movies.
Yeah? You guys want to do Tom and Jerry?
Yeah, honestly, okay, so with Tom and
You
Jerry...
said, well, you told me before, you thought it was funny. I didn't find it as funny as I thought it would be.
Some of the comedy was there, but it got annoying to me, and I did say this to a coworker. It kept playing the same rap song for like the first half of the movie, and it was just like, this is getting really tedious at this point.
Is it Gangster's Paradise like Sonic?
No.
No.
It's probably the only song they could afford because animation with real life is expensive.
Dude, like, every animal in that movie was animated. The only thing that was live action was the people.
Yeah.
And that's where my turn off was for me. I just did not like any of the human characters.
Yeah, I remember that.
The only one I liked and I found funny most of the time was the general manager.
Yeah. He
was the one that always like lightened the mood or like actually like brought something to the table. Everybody else, I'm like, oh my god, just die.
Yeah,
just die.
Oh my god, yes, especially the fucking the antagonist of the movie,
which was the event manager. It's like we're used to seeing him in comedy, and it's like for him to be serious in this and how he played his character, it was just really bad.
Mm.
I didn't like it. It was good for what it was. It's definitely a kids movie. It's not something to be taken
seriously. Yeah.
There was a little bit of comedy to it where I laughed. Other than that, it was just your typical Tom and Jerry thing.
I don't know. It just feels like some of the slapstick. It's just like not. It's not really the same as it was from the classics.
Yeah.
The only funny moments for me were the first time when they were in the how they call it, the animal tornado, the animal
tornado.
Yeah, that was funny. And whenever Tom's angel and devil were on screen.
Yeah.
Those were, they were like, oh, I fine, but for the rest, I mean, I couldn't really get into it.
Now, I know my question was answered when I asked if Spike was in the movie, and you said yeah.
Oh yeah.
Do they do the like original type of comedy where like they almost kill each other and they're on the brink of death of like a little joke in the movie? Like basically 80s comedy style. Or did they dumb it down?
Not really, no.
Not really. Like, they definitely dimmed it down because of the censoring issue that we've been having.
Yeah, they don't really go that extreme.
So it's not like original Tom and Jerry's back in I want to say the 50s.
It's nowhere near.
No. Like, even the 80s and 90s where we watched it, it's nowhere near even that.
That's a little disappointing, but I guess I'll still watch it.
I would say wait until it comes out officially, because this was just the theater run version, or the time on HBO. So when it actually comes out, I would say watch it then. I wouldn't even really waste your time, unless you want to go to the movies one day and just watch it.
Shit, to tell you the truth, after next month I can see hundreds of HBO accounts being canceled. Because the only reason I would see anybody having HBO is for Justice League, Mortal Kombat, and Godzilla.
Well, so remember, with the movie thing is that every movie now is either going to be streamed on HBO Max or in theaters.
Yeah.
So every movie that comes out, we're going to get to watch, regardless of the title.
Every movie?
Yes.
Well, okay, I don't know how true that is.
There's that doesn't sound right.
Movies.
Okay, maybe not every movie, but very like few selected like big titles, or which are supposed to be big titles, will be on HBO.
Mm-hmm.
Because after Mortal Kombat, there was like one other movie that was supposed to be premiering on HBO. That's also supposed to be in theaters. That's not fancy or anything related.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's supposed to be like a bio movie or something like that. I would have to go back and look, but I think it's just going to be like movies that were supposed to be like big name or big budget movies that are going to be on HBO.
Okay.
And then the other one was the Zack Snyder Justice League, which I'm just going to cut straight to the end. I was happy to see Martian Manhunter. I didn't care too much for his design, but I was happy to actually see him part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Which, even though he's not a classic to us.
The fuck do you mean?
I grew up with the 70 Justice League where he was nowhere near even part of the Justice League or even thought of yet. Towards the cartoons.
He's talking about Super Friends.
Oh shit, man, you old.
Yeah, he's not wrong. Martian Manhunter did come into Super Friends, but shit, it wasn't until like close to the end of that franchise. But
well, sorry.
I can see where you're coming from.
Yeah, I grew up with 90s or early 2000s Justice League.
Yeah, it was the early 2000 Justice League where he brought the team together.
Yeah,
which wasn't bad. It was great, but it's just
hard to remember. At one point, they were Super Friends,
where you had Robin, Hawk Girl, Hawkman, and all them.
The Wonder Twins.
Yeah,
and I forgot what they called the monkey.
Wonder Twin powers. I remember that.
So, since me and Ghost watched it together,
I watched it.
What was your opinion on it?
So, I do agree there's a lot of things they could have taken out.
Well, to shorten it, yes.
Yes, to shorten it. I think they did a good job making the Flash and Cyborg both actual actual roles in the movie than what they did in the original in the 2017.
But I know you say that, but I think he went a little too much on the slow-mo on Flash.
Well, that is true.
I mean, not every scene with him has to be slow-mo.
Well,
some scenes, they're fine. They make sense, especially like the one with Superman when he first met him. Like that was fine.
Yeah,
that was a cool moment. But the one with where he saved that first girl with the car accident.
Yeah, that
didn't. Yeah, that was
comes
like
down to the thing I was saying.
No.
That girl from the car accident is apparently some important character. I forgot what she was.
Iris West.
Oh, really?
I think that's who she was supposed to be.
I know someone who watches and he's like typing in the comments, and you fucking idiot, you should know this. And I'm like, okay. I do think there is a bunch of scenes they could have cut out. I still don't like Ben Affleck as Batman.
Wasn't terrible, but
he's not terrible, but he's also not the worst.
Yeah. Especially with this new Batman coming up.
Oh shit.
Honestly, when I really think about it,
you're welcome.
Batman didn't do that much, did he?
No, they really dumbed him down in this version.
Yeah, now that I really think about it.
They dumbed him down, and then he actually used weapons in this one.
He used weapons. I will say, okay, I feel like I'm talking too much negative on this movie. The parts I do like is they actually went dark with what they wanted. They wanted the Justice League storyline to be like dark and gruesome, and there was a lot of blood scenes that I loved. That was a little useless, but it was awesome. Like the one demon that Batman threw from his Batmobile and impaled against a spike and was just bleeding out, and you were just watching that. That's the gruesome stuff I wanted to see.
That, and then the war with the Amazonists.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
This one was definitely a lot better than the 2017, at least for that.
Yeah.
Now, was the fighting a little long? Yes, but it was definitely worth it, in my opinion. And then
I know I'm going to get shit for this. I don't like how Steppenwolf looked with that glowing armor. That reminded me too much of Green Lantern's over-animated suit. That's all I saw with it.
To an extent, yes. I kind of preferred this armor over the 2017 armor.
Yeah, which I get. It's just like there was a lot of unnecessary animations that they did.
Yeah, but compared to the 2017, since we're trying to keep this short, compared to the 2017 version to this version, if they were to shorten it, Zack Snyder or the 2017 at this point.
Yeah. Because
it's like he did it the way he wanted it. It looked right. It looked good. And then we got this.
I know you want to make this short. I'm only going to bring in one more point. The Joker. They brought
I still didn't understand that scene. It was kind of
I get it. It was meant to bring him.
But
like,
what was the meaning? Like, what was the whole point of the conversation?
The conversation was to see if Batman was fully broken to fully kill, because technically he's just killing the undead. That's what Darkseid's minions are. They're just undead minions. The Joker just wanted to see if he was fully pushed to the limit because Darkseid killed so many of his friends. And from what I've learned from this timeline, this Joker killed Dick Grayson, not Jason Todd, like how it's supposed to go in the comics. So that's why we won't have a Nightwing in here.
Yeah.
So wait a minute. Is this, if that was a nightmare or a vision for him? Like, is it the future or is it like an alternate timeline?
It's supposed to be like an alternate timeline.
Or is it the future that he had a vision of? You see, this is why I don't like to talk about it, because the DC really likes to get into the whole alternate timeline and freaking all different dimensions and shit.
So, a lot of the times with the Darkseid War, they go into the future. So what you saw there, both all the times we saw in the future, that's technically the future. But the main problem with all of Darkseid's endings that they always do, somehow, in some way, the Flash always wins, and then Flash does a flashpoint, creating another alternate dimension with the Flash knowing everything, but he can't tell anybody anything.
And that's where that scene of Flash telling Bruce that Lois Lane is the key.
Yeah, that was just Flash telling Bruce Wayne Lois Lane is the key. So that was the first time Flash actually told someone about a different flashpoint that happened. Because technically, the Flash is the one doing the Big Bang. He's forwarding time so much to where the universe ends, and it recreates itself with another Big Bang.
Flash, people. Flash.
So, I just want to ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
When we see the scene of Superman coming down holding Batman's mask, and then seeing basically the Hall of Justice or the Justice League, how did you feel about that scene? Because I actually thought that was pretty cool.
That tells me either Batman's dead, which it does happen every now and then, or Darkseid did his usual thing. He turned Superman into an undead and working for him.
Are we gonna wrap it up there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I got.
And then, so the next one